The Pleasure Principle by Janet Jackson. And fucking hell. I can't get it. I'll have to check. I've got both the albums. I've got the Tubeway Army album and I've got the Janet Jackson album. And I don't have Raising Hell, sadly. I don't have Raising Hell by Run DMC. A good friend of mine. I wouldn't want to tar them with the dear friend brush. But good friend, years when it came out. When the album came out, the Janet Jackson. They actually bought the Run DMC album. Got it home, played it. It's just, what's that? This is the early years of hip hop. Back in the day, Raising Hell by Run DMC with Walk This Way on it. Well, they took it back and exchanged it for Janet Jackson Pleasure Principle. Now, Janet Jackson Pleasure Principle album is a wonderful album. As I say, I've got it. I haven't got the Run DMC album, which is much to my chagrin. But yeah, the early days of hip hop, back in the 80s. Fucking hell. Brilliant. I still have, Paid in Full by Eric B. and Rakim. After the fact, I had loads of it off radio play, off John Peel, but I managed to get a copy of Criminal Minded by KRS-One and Scott La Rock, Boogie Down Productions. Awesome album. Oh man alive. Yo Bum Rush the Show by Public Enemy. That one of the first albums I bought, and I just played it and played it and played it. And again, I got it taped innumerable times, different tracks off it from John Peel. The late John Peel. Staying up at night. Staying up late into night to record stuff off John Peel. A bit of hip hop off John Peel. Fucking hell. They were truly halcyon days. Yeah, the Yo Bum Rush the Show. What a fucking good album that is. Brilliant. But anyway, yeah, my mate, he bought the Run DMC album, and I'm like, what the fucking hell's this? And exchanged it. Ooh, not ready for that yet. And then it blew up with this hip hop caper, this hip hop lark. Walk This Way. Yeah. Walk This Way, sampling, I think it's Walk This Way by Aerosmith. But there's a track on the album Criminal Minded by KRS-One and Scott La Rock Jr. No, Scott La Rock, beg your pardon. The late Scott La Rock Jr. Yeah. And it samples Back in Black by AC/DC. Dope Beat, I think it's called, the track. Yeah, the track by KRS-One and Scott La Rock, called Dope Beat. It samples Back in Black by AC/DC. Never, I don't know. Well, no. I was aware of AC/DC. I wasn't particularly familiar with their work. But a lot of the lads I went to school with were kind of into that genre of music. And, yeah. Sampling different stuff for the hook on your record, or whatever they call it, for the melody. But yeah. Excuse me. Subsequently, I'm quite partial to a bit of AC/DC. Indeed, I've got the Back in Black album, which is nice. But fantastic. But yeah, listen, as I say, my mate, he bought Raising Hell, and he just, dear, a bit much for me, that. Ooh, I'll have it. Thanks a lot. I'll take that back. I'll take that back to the shop. Buying an LP and taking it home, playing it, and then taking it back to the shop. I don't like this. Can I exchange it? Yeah, alright then. What do you want? Can I have some Janet Jackson, please? Huh? Oh, them were the days. I mean, I'm completely out of touch now, I don't know. I believe you can still buy LP. You can still buy LPs. In 2020, he looks at his watch again. And then fancy watches. 2023, I beg your pardon. You can still buy vinyl new. There's a shop the little provincial town where I live. There's a shop selling stuff still now. Fucking you want to get rid of your LP to go down the blah 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 blah. Fucking hell. Still buy it. Can still spunk money off on that shit. Build yourself. It's the ultimate collector's thing, is LPs. Because you've got artists bringing out, how many albums has a particular artist brought out? You hear a song and you think, I want to get that song. And then you're looking for that song. I mean, nowadays you can find out where, what song is on what album. If you've heard a song, you can find out what it is and where the album is. And you can just go straight on YouTube and listen to it. There you go. Back in the day, no, you had to, what's that song? I have no idea. What album is it off? I don't know, fucking. Because that was the thing, I bought most of my music on albums rather than singles. 1 or 2 singles, I thought. But mainly albums. Like, just coming to work, they were playing Road to Nowhere by Talking Heads. That's on the Speaking in Tongues album. As opposed to Once in a Lifetime, which is on the Remain in Light album. But the live version is actually on the Stop Making Sense tour album. The live version of Once in a Lifetime. Quite different. Interestingly, quite a different. It's a live interpretation. The studio version of Once in a Lifetime. If you know that, and then you hear the live version, is very different. Probably be disappointed by the live version. But I heard the live version. I knew of the original version, but I'd heard the live version, and then I got brilliant. I have both those albums as well. Yeah. Awesome. Halcyon days. What am I on about? I saw that somebody posted on Facebook. And it's a clip from the film American Psycho with that actor's name. That actor whose name escapes me. And it's a scene where he's got his waterproof coat on, and he's about to murder a co-worker round at his gaff, and he's listening to the 4 album by Huey Lewis and the News. Yeah. When I went to the cinema to see American Psycho, all I did most of the film was, I have got this on vinyl. I have got this on vinyl. Track after track, got this on vinyl. Oh yeah, that's a clip out of American Texas Chainsaw Massacre that's playing on telly there. Brilliant. Yeah. Although most of the music on American Psycho is playing it off CD. Yeah. Because that would have been the latest thing to get, and that sort of individual is. At one point he is wearing a personal stereo, so he's playing it off cassette. And it refers to music being on tape, the latest tape. But as I say, most of his in his house, in his apartment, it's on CD. Can't have everything, eh?